Hello, how you're doing? I'm Valkyria, and today we're gonna talk about how nobody really knows what they're doing with their life and my kind of crisis about this since I just graduated. This is a script I did a few months ago, and I'm currently working, but still a lot of the things that I said, that I wrote, still apply. So this might be a bit all over the place, but stay with me. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. So I really don't think anyone knows what they're doing with their life, but as someone who just graduated, I think we're like probably in one of the worst aspects. I think it's really hard, you know. And I just finished film school. That like the long name on the thing that's gonna be on my diploma, it's audiovisual communication and multimedia. But to be honest, it's film school. It's film school, and you just have to add a tiny bit of user experience and video games, and there you go. That's pretty much what I studied. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but you might think that people that study this career want to work in the film industry. In yes and no. I didn't exactly choose this career, and I wanted to study dance, performance art, music, or literature. But my mother decided that I could not study that or I will have to pay for it myself. Which I think it would have been better for me now that I'm older, but back in the time, like the idea of pursuing studying and paying stuff by myself was just too much. Like I couldn't even fathom that. So my mother decided that social media communication and journalism was actually very close to what I wanted to do. And no, like it is, but it isn't at the same time. Journalism, where I was studying it, has a very political focus, and I hate politics. I hate it with every single part of my soul, because I grew up thinking that politics were very dangerous and they could get you killed, and which they do. Honestly, they do worldwide. This is not just a Colombian problem. Some people don't understand that you can think different from them. And I lasted a year, and I was ready to jump off of a building in a more literal way than I'm willing to admit. But since both careers are under the name of communication, we shared a building, and I saw a bunch of what they did in film school. I'm gonna be calling it film school for the rest of the video. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was closer, and it didn't involve politics. So I managed to talk my parents into allowing me to change career. There was a catch, of course, because there always is with them, and it's that I couldn't quit. And now that makes sense, you know, like they're paying for that stuff, so they have all the right to force me. That's not the word I'm looking, but I don't know what word. But like to say to me that you have to, because if I didn't finish my career, I have to pack back every semester that I studied. That's pretty much like a standard condition for scholarships here in Colombia. So the difference was that my scholarship was my parents instead of the government. But if you think about it, the principles were pretty much the same. Now, I want to say that right now when I wrote this script, I was in 2023, and I was like a month ago from graduated. And I think I'm still like debating a bit about this, but here I wrote that I want a virtual job so I can manage my own time, which I like, and right now I currently have a virtual job. But it has its pros and its cons, because you need way more structure than you would if you had an office job. And because in an office job, you only have the option of working your office hours. I have friends that are in like editing works that are presential. You have to go, and they only work their 9 to 5 because they have to use the company's computer. And that's a big advantage because you don't have the temptation of working all the time. The biggest problem is that you don't get as much social interaction as you would like. And I still want to dance, to do performance, to like do all the art department of any production, makeup, set design, custom design, etc. It's something that I really, really love, and I don't want to quit drawing either, which it's why I'm actually keeping this channel too. Like, I'm trying to force myself to draw, like, not force myself, but like to draw, to improve and maybe make a living out of this. Because in my mind, I still want to pursue dance. I'm not sure, like, I'm thinking about if I want to do it professionally or if I just want to do it for me and for the fun of it and trying to have like one performance a year or so. But that's like more like an inner thing, and the big problem is if you want to live out of just performance, and this is something that a lot of actors and dancers say, like, this is not me like being negative, it's that a big part of it, especially when you're starting, it's being unemployed. I can make a living out of this channel. I have the option of making a living out of this while on the side I pursue dance, but I need first money, you know? Like, of course, I'm living with my parents and I could pursue dance, but they're not gonna support it. So, yeah, that's a problem. Now, I have my side hustle as a dance teacher, but I just have 2 students, and I really, really need to get my shit together, start making like a reel of how I dance, and try to get into schools and give classes about it, because I really think that that's a quote unquote easy way to get people to get money, like to make an income out of dance, and also it will allow you to be in the circle of people that are interested in dance, and maybe someday one of them will hire you, or you can start like networking your way into jobs, you know? A big part of life is just networking. So I don't want to quit making YouTube videos, and I believe in long term this could be my full-time job and maybe help me pay my dance career or classes on the side, but I really don't know. Because right now everything is uncertain. And all the time, things are uncertain. I don't know what path I should take, and if trying to make a living out of dance is even possible for me, or if I should just leave it to a hobby. Because I think you can do anything you want to do, but you can do everything you want to do. You cannot do everything you want to do, because time is limited, energy is limited, and you have to know how to use your energy for certain stuff, and that often means if you're gonna pursue one thing, you can't pursue the other. And I have like 1,000 things that I want to learn, 1,000 things that I want to do, and that 1,000 things that I would like to do professionally. But doing something professionally takes way more energy than doing it as a hobby. So for now, I am gonna focus on making a career out of content creation, because I really, really like that, and that's like my childhood dream work. At the same time, I don't know if I should look into works as an art assistant, like of making making videos, music videos, film stuff, and maybe like I can start like an makeup art assistant or some sort of art assistant, move into the music video industry, and then try to dance in one of those videos. I really don't know what to do. Not to mention that when it comes to dancing, I have a very, very big imposter syndrome problem, because at least when it comes to my knowledge in composition, in art, in filmmaking, I know that I know because I just graduated from that. But when it comes to singing and dancing, it felt weird because I took like 3 years of vocal technique classes, something like that, when I was like 15 or so, 15 to 18-ish, I took those classes. In that time, I was confident, and then now I'm not. And with dance, I tend to believe that my dance is not good. And these days, I was cleaning my gallery and I found a 6-ish old mom video of my dancing. And I remember that when I saw it, the first time I thought it was the worst dance I've ever seen because I clearly forgot this choreography at some point, and I saw it again and I thought, you know what, it actually looks pretty good. Especially considering that it was the first or second class I've ever had in my life in that dance style. Room for improvement, and I always try my best, especially when it comes to dancing because it's something that I absolutely love. But I think I'm struggling to even apply to stuff as a dancer or in general because I don't quite believe in myself, especially like I don't believe in myself as a dancer. And I don't even know how to start applying to stuff as a singer. I don't know enough music theory. I don't have original songs. Like, I just know how to sing. I know the theory behind it. And I haven't like properly warm up and I don't have water right here, but I'm gonna give it a shot, like I'm gonna humor you a bit. Yesterday I tried to sing Defying Gravity because of course I wanted to try one of the fucking hardest songs in Broadway. I'm gonna leave a recording of me trying to do it at the end of the video if you wanna hear it. But the things that all my life I wanted to be a singer. When I was very, very young, I wanted to be a singer, and my parents didn't want me to try to go for it when I was younger. And I kind of understand the logic behind it because I would not have the self-esteem to deal with like all the pressure of the industry. But at the same time, I think it would have been nice that they supported me, because right now my mother sometimes is like, but why don't you believe in yourself? You could do so much, you're so talented, and yada yada yada. And every time I try to say like, I want to pursue dance, I want to pursue art, I want to pursue music, she's like, oh no, that no. I believe in you, but not in that. So yeah, I don't want to depend on her, but of course her words affect me and I have to work on that, and I'm working on that in therapy. Getting back on track, I'm not sure if I'll go back to singing anytime soon. There are a lot of things that I have to make peace with before diving back into music, but when it comes to dancing and illustrating and YouTube, it's something that I actually would like to do, and something that maybe dancing will be like more of a hobby. Maybe I could make it professional. I think that there's a lot of imposter syndrome that I have to deal with there. But in the meantime, illustrating and YouTube, it's something that I'm actually quite confident. I just have to make the time. I just have to improve my time management skills and my anti-procrastination techniques in order to make it. But it's actually something that I see as doable. Something that actually frustrates me a lot is that I know I could have been taking action in all these things before, when I was doing my virtual internship while I was in college, even back in high school. But I know I did the best I could with what I was given. And that's the only thing that you can do, The best I can do is the best I can do. And I don't want to beat myself up because I'm not currently at the top of the world where I thought I was going to be when I was younger. Because yeah, I'm not where I want to be professionally, and I'm not where I want to be in a place of showing off stuff that I've done. But I grew so fucking much, personally speaking, and I've dealt with a lot of shit in the last few years that I'm like, you know what, actually I'm very proud. And now the only thing that I have, it's now. So I'm gonna work on that. And I don't know where I'll end up or how I'll get where I want to be. I'm not even sure where I want to be. But I know beating myself up is not gonna get me anywhere. So I want to be compassionate with myself and enjoy the journey as much as I can. Some days it will be easier. Some days it will be harder. Some days I'll feel wonderful. And some days I'll feel like shit. But that's just life. And if I'm kind to myself and allow others to be kind to me, I'll find a good place, and I'll find a place where I feel loved, I feel wonderful, and I feel validated. And I'm actually getting there, and I'm very, very grateful for my friends for giving me that, giving me something that I didn't know I could have. So yeah, I really hope that this helped you a bit to understand that you're not the only one that feels like totally lost in life, and maybe we can be lost together. Let me know what you're struggling with in the comments, or you can look for me on social media on Instagram. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and live. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye, I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but till I'll try, I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love, I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. I sooner buy defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye, I'm defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity. And da 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 da. Forgot the lyrics. Yeah. If you're here, thank you for listening to me singing without proper warm up. I've been just talking like for YouTube videos for 40 minutes. I'm not sure if that counts as a warm up, but yeah, thank you.